but the legal age of consent is 13 years old in Japan.
Wow.
And one of the lowest in the
That
world.
is crazy. So we're going to check out a video about laws that are okay in Japan, but might be illegal in different places around the world. I'm definitely curious to see this because I thought Japan was like more of like a conservative country, but let's take a look.
These are shocking laws that are okay in Japan, but illegal around the world. So I've made videos before on things that you can't do in Japan because of Japanese law, or unknown laws here in Japan that could get you arrested. But this time I wanted to switch things up and show you guys some laws here in Japan that are actually legal but are illegal in the rest of the world. Many think that Japan is a very strict country, and rightfully
Exactly what I
so, but
said.
when you hear some of these Japanese laws, you may be scratching your head. And to be clear from the start, I don't recommend doing any of these things. I'm not providing legal advice, and this is for entertainment only. But like always, before I start, if you want to see what I'm doing on the daily, check out my Instagram account. If you guys want to help support the channel, then check out my Japan merch. And if you have any questions about Japan or your Japan travels, check out my Discord community. Oh, and let me know in the comments how these laws compare to your country and if you agree or disagree with any of them. Alright, let's do this.
We're going to see if we can
Number
agree or
one,
disagree.
age of consent. This one is a much debated topic in Japan today, but the legal age of consent is 13 years old in Japan.
Wow.
And one of the lowest in the
That
world.
is
Age
crazy.
of consent referring to the minimum age at which a person is considered to be capable of giving consent to sexual acts.
Wow.
In fact, this has been part of the Japan.
I mean, two kids, if they're both 13
more than
or 13,
100
14,
years without
but
change. Interestingly, most prefectures
13
in
with an
Japan have
adult
statutes and
will
local
be
ordinances
crazy.
that raise the effective age to between 16 and 18 years old, while at the same time leaving some gray area for specific cases. At the end of the day though, the national age of consent in Japan is 13 years old. Number 2, marrying cousins.
So nobody
On
there goes to
somewhat of a
jail
lighter
for
note, it's legal in
that.
Japan to marry your first cousin. Like many of these laws in the video, it may be legal in some countries, or if you're from the US, in your state. But the truth is, in other parts of the world, marrying your first cousin is still against the law.
But can't you have
So I
birth
thought this one was
defects?
worth mentioning. This law dates all the way back to Japan's Meiji period when it was passed in 1898. It's common enough in Japan that there's a word for it, itoko-kon. In fact, there have been many famous and well-known people in Japan who have married their first cousin. For example, Japan's 56th Prime Minister, who's the grandfather of Japan's more recent Prime Minister, Abe, was married to his first cousin. There were even 2 Prime Ministers after him who were also married to their first cousin. One of the reasons for this law was to allow families to keep their wealth within their family. Fortunately, for those living in Japan today who also want to legally spend the rest of their life with their first cousin, Japan is all for it. Number 3, defamation. So this is an interesting one. In Japan, you can sue someone for defamation if they damage your honor, aka public image, even if the statements are true. This one kind of blew my mind since I'm from
Even
the
if they're
US.
true?
We understand defamation to be the oral or written communication of a false
That's crazy.
statement about another that unjustly harms their reputation and usually constitutes a tort or crime. But in Japan, hurting someone's honor or even hurting a company's honor is protected by law, despite the statements being true. I should note though that many laws in Japan leave a lot of gray area.
I've heard
But
of
the
people
main
getting
3
hurt
criteria
for
defamation in
honor
Japan
or just
is,
shaming the
1,
family.
the statement is shared with the general public. 2, it reveals specific facts whether true or not. And 3, damages one's honor, either socially, their value, or how they value themselves. So for example, telling your coworkers or the public that your married boss is having an affair with someone, even though if it's completely true, is considered defamation in Japan. Even online statements, if the 3 previously mentioned criteria are met, can be considered defamation. There are exceptions though, such that you're stating facts about public interest or you're a whistleblower to expose company fraud. But at the end of the day, the Japanese law is to protect individuals and companies from malicious actors that intend to do their honor or image harm. Here are 2 examples that actually happened in Japan. Case 1, in 2018, a person was having an affair and it was posted on social media by a third party. Although the affair was happening, the person sued the third party for defamation. The Tokyo District Court judged for the plaintiff and was awarded 100,000 yen, about $820 today. And case 2, a quasi-rape.
Okay, $820 is not too bad to defame somebody. Okay.
occurred in an event circle. Quasi-rape by Japanese definition is a crime of committing sexual intercourse, anal intercourse, oral sex with another who's passed out under the influence, such as alcohol, and lost consciousness
Anal
to
while
resist
passed
or
out
was
is
not able
insane.
to resist. A magazine published an anonymous report about the incident without giving the subject's real name. In this case, although the incident happened and the subject was anonymous in the report, the court still awarded for the subject, as it was judged that the subject could be identified by judging the totality of the circumstances, and received a total of 4.4 million yen for defamation damages, about 36,000 US dollars. Maybe not necessarily illegal around the world, but I thought this one was worth mentioning. So yeah, if you're in Japan and someone's talking that shiz, you may be able to do something about it. Before I continue on, I want to give a quick shout out to my regular sponsor, Bokksu. If y'all don't already know, Bokksu provide a gourmet experience of Japanese snacks and tea pairings delivered to your front door. They work with traditional Japanese factories, some over 100 years old, to provide you with authentic Japanese flavors.
No, they look
Each
good
monthly
though.
box has its own unique theme, so you get new snacks each and every time. First time users will get a Seasons of Japan box, and after that you'll get a theme box like this one. These boxes are so awesome. You get this nice booklet that takes you through each snack, as well as extra information about Japan and Japanese culture. You get 10 to 25 snacks in your box depending on the package you choose, and they're all handpicked from all over Japan to deliver you unique and local Japanese flavors. So get $15 off your own authentic Japanese
Shout out to you,
subscription snack
Paulo.
box from Bokksu by using my code PAOLO15 and link in the
You got it.
description. Number 4. Food. Now this one is quite a sensitive topic for many people, so I'm going to try to tread lightly. In Japan, hunting whale and dolphins as well as eating seal and sea lion is completely legal. Although it's part of the diet for some Japanese, it's probably safe to say that most don't eat it regularly. Yet it's still easily found in shops and some restaurants. Even a quick search on Amazon will yield results for some of these animals. On the other hand, shark fin, also legal to eat in Japan, probably more commonly eaten, and I think it's fair to say that many Japanese consider it a delicious food, as it's easily found on menus, probably most commonly found in Chinese restaurants throughout Japan.
Sometimes
But
you want to
since
try
it's such
different
an
stuff,
expensive
but you
delicacy
just
here,
feel like
Japanese
you'll get
probably
sick.
won't be eating it regularly. In regards to whaling,
Because your stomach is not used to it.
Joji Morishita, who negotiated Japan's withdrawal from the International Whaling Commission, said in Japan the whale eating issue is a symbol of respect for different cultures, and many people in Japan think it's not right for people from outside to impose food culture on other places. Whether you agree with any of this or not, the simple fact is, at this time, it's legal to eat these foods here in Japan. And number 5, cigarettes. So these days, we all pretty much know that cigarettes are not that good for you. Many places around the world have laws protecting citizens, including children, from cigarettes and secondhand smoke. But Japan, not there yet, is slowly catching up. There are still things that you can do legally here in Japan when it comes to cigarettes that aren't necessarily legal in other parts of the world. In Japan, you can still buy cigarettes from vending machines. Granted, you
Yeah, it
have
used to
a
be a big
passport
deal
photo
here.
ID card and you're of age. Also,
remember that when I was
although
younger.
indoor smoking as of 2020 has been prohibited, you can still smoke in hotel rooms, cigar bars,
Wow.
and even some small-sized restaurants and bars that were open before April 2020. I don't know though. I feel like there's still a lot of restaurants and bars all throughout Japan that were open before 2020.
I wonder
Either
how
way, Japan has
lung
come a
cancer
long
is
way
there.
from where it was
The
just a few
stats.
years ago, when wherever you went indoors, you can pretty much smoke inside. Anyways, those are things that you can legally do in Japan.
Thanks, Paulo, for the video. That was a great video. Everybody like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one.